Hello. Um, I I finished the Sufi of Bihar album, and so now I'm going to start another one. Actually, I wanted to try to begin to translate, as I uploaded one song from it, the last song of an album called Amour de Fin, Lovers of Fanes or Lovers of Death. Um, it's a play on words. Uh, it's by, of course, Jane Birkin, of course, who, j'adore. And, um, yeah, obviously, Gainsbourg, of course, of course. Anyway, and then I was listening to Charlotte's album, which really just I always want to cry. Uh, Rest. I was translating "Lying with You," which is really very beautiful. The French, but it's very direct. It's very she's saying like the nails in the coffin lid, and that his leg is out of a sheet, uh, and there's like a blood in his at the side of his mouth, like a streak. And oh god, yeah. Anyway, it's a very beautiful song, but it's also very, very like stabs you, in the heart. Yeah. Anyway, um, so then the other thing is, of course, I want to, apart from these translations, and try to reimagine um it in my own way. I'm also trying to do I'm still trying to. I don't know. I love so much Babylon and Babylon, and so I want to really try to not do the usual nonsense that I do with my music. So I'm just trying to figure out how to do that. I don't know, and yeah. So I'm not sure how I want that exactly to sound. Probably just bloody piano. I'm not sure. Probably. Um. Anyway, I'm not sure. So there's that one. So those three are sort of the translations from my awful uh, understanding of French to my much better understanding of English, obviously. Um, so yeah, it's like that. um, anyway, so also I wanted to I've written it down here, my little pad. But I can't remember what I wanted to say. Oh yeah, so I wanted it because I'm like so audacious and so crazy. Ce tréfu. Is I want to with my easy reader French book, my like for children, the French for children, make an album. Because I also like Laurence Velousy, and there's a song of his called Jean or Jean, 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 and because I was reading a bit about a story in this book about Joan of Arc, Jeanne d'Arc, and I thought, oh, I can make a whole album about Joan of Arc and play on this idea of like I could do it in Franglish, so English and French, because obviously the war back in those times was the French against the English against the French. So I thought that would be quite an interesting kind of silly thing, and I really like uh, I forgot what that's called. There's like medieval music, but it's modern now, and it's like medieval core or something, something like that. I don't know. That you can see um, songs and they do it reinterpreted, but like as if it was I don't know Eminem or ABBA or um, the Beatles or something, or like that, but in like a medieval style. Yeah, so I want to try to do that, sort of like have fun with it. And then I was also thinking to do, oh yeah, like some just a silly EP, because I wanted to just do something like that, just some silly songs, like a holiday of music, from my deeper stuff, like the Sufi of Bihar, for example. Um, and yeah, and then I wanted to do this new collection of songs, which is called The Lens of Life, and it's like well, it's like about, I don't know, it's about many things, as always. It's not just one thing; it's many things. But anyway, it's, yeah, masculinity and what else? Um, art itself, creating, and what it means to be a person who is creative, and that sort of life. And yeah, a lot about masculinity, of course, and the brutality of that sometimes, and yeah, so just like that. And then my hair is just, as always, as always. Uh, anyway, and then I wanted to do that with like guitar and ambient sounds, so not piano. So it's gonna be more of a guitar, like bass heavy album, The Lens of Life, and then, oh, I think I will start to do also another one called Ring of Steel, which will be very industrial, very maybe electronic, a little bit more industrial, like old school industrial music, which is about Melbourne, the Ring of Steel that we had around the center of the city, the outside of the city, during the pandemic, during the lockdown. Um, so I wanted to, that would be my final, that's the fourth of the 2020 albums, I guess, of on that theme, I think, so far, for me, that will be it. And then I want to, yeah, see how that goes. And then probably leave that actually as a theme, because, yeah, why? I think four is enough, so it's like that. And then yeah, I don't know. It's, I wanted to unpack Bihar and uh, rocks are diamonds. So I do rocks are diamonds first because we talked about Bihar a lot. Rocks are diamonds. Was I talked with my friend, and he's going through a breakup. So I guess it's a breakup, and I'm going through life, and so it's very it's very interesting. This idea of feeling and what you feel inside, and how to express it, and how do you think, how do you imagine what you feel inside? You know, like naming your emotions, and better understanding what it means to be a person with emotions. You know, and integrate that with your intellect and your emotions together. And I think that that's. I just was crying, so I cry in this song that I recorded, and I thought I'd rather, as you know, for me, I want this channel to be authentic and real as it can be. Um, and yeah, I don't know, communicate that, you know, to people that watch it, and hopefully inspire them as well to make music or whatever, to express themselves, to feel, to reconnect with what they feel, how they feel. Um, um, yeah, and so anyway, so that's a song called Rocks Are Diamonds. And then the second song, or the other song in this little cluster, I'm not sure if I will do a third, it might just be a two album, two song thing. It's called A Broken Tears. I Ain't Gonna, which is about life, and like I'm not gonna do what society wants me to do, or capitalism, or whatever. Are they the same thing? I'm not sure. Um, so, you know, and that's sort of as much as I can, I suppose. How much one can resist gravity is, I suppose. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, I'll try. to be me. I don't think there's any other option at this age that I am, or what I can do. So it has to be what it has to be. And yeah, um, thinking a lot about love and thinking a lot about intimacy and how people here are not particularly good at it. Because, I mean, people like me, um, and because of course it's to do with vulnerability, they're not, by and large, majority of them are not vulnerable, and so you can't have anything. Like nothing will grow from it if you're not vulnerable. You can't have the intimacy we've talked. We've talked about this a lot on this channel now. And so for me, it's like I feel that I'm at the end of the line, sort of, or towards the end of the line, and I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do apart from to make this music in the next 6 months or the rest of this year, and then go to Europe or go somewhere overseas next year. That's my general plan now. Because I don't. The only thing that keeps me in Melbourne is my family, and that's it. I don't have a lover. I would love one, of course. Like who wouldn't, in some level. But it's also, it's also grappling with this idea of I want to be alone, a lot, like a cat. Like I would love a relationship where it's like I can be like almost feline, like I can be a cat. I can come and I can go, but I don't want to be like attached like a dog. I don't want to be sort of chained, around my neck. And I think sometimes I feel very much like that in all sorts of relations, not just love, but friendships, whatever. Sometimes it feels very chained, it can. I guess it depends, of course, on the friendship, but sometimes, yeah. I mean, and so anyway, with people of my own kind, in terms of intimate, romantic, or sexual relationships, as you can see on this channel, has not gone particularly well for moi. But I think I don't think it's just me. That's the problem. That's the problem. I don't think it's just me. I think this is near total. Both for men who go with men, and for men and women, and for women and women, whatever. But I can only really talk of that perspective because that's the one I know the most as a man and man. And I know what men are like. Straight men and all gay men. There's not really a huge difference, actually, in terms underneath the mask. There's not. He's a man. It's a man. I'm a man. You're a man. It's. Anyway, that's for another video, which will be highly volatile, I'm sure, with my opinions about masculinity. But anyway, so we're moving from the coffee to water. Oh, I squeezed lemon into that. Damn. Fuck. Anyway, it's too healthy. It's too healthy. That's much too healthy for moi. Not for moi. But anyway, and so yeah, I I don't know. It's that thing. Yeah, it's to make the music, see where I come to at the end of the year. My friend's probably going to move overseas. My other friend's probably going to move overseas. So it seems like the right time to sort of go off for a bit. I'm not sure what the world will be like. Recession, war, all the rest of it, post-pandemic things, whatever. I thought I might go to, I have the ability to go to Europe for a little while, so I might as well just go to France and to Italy. I can understand enough of each language, I think, to kind of, like, I can understand, but I can't respond so much, so that's what I'll work on, whatever. And making these silly albums would be, like, a way to do that, right? It's, like, genius. To make an album, like, language learning, how else would you do it, right? Make an album of your heartbreak, or of what you think, or your poetry, and then just translate it. So that's my thought. So yeah, that's sort of my general idea for the moment, and wanting to, yeah, just continue to create. And I'll go out dancing tonight also, I think, to a lovely bar in Brunswick, and yeah, dance to West African music, which is always fun because I know how to dance. And yeah, then I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to really figure out, yeah, how to do the next few months here, and how to get overseas and how to do that. I don't know. I can't go for very long either way, so I have to go for maybe I could go for a few months, but that's it, and then come back here either way. So it's not like I can't do this whole like wow like YouTube thing of I'm gonna move to another country and it's gonna be like wow, like no, that's not really viable for me, and I never will be. I thought it was when I went to Japan when I was 27, but it's not. I mean, it was barely then, but now, no, it's a different world. It's a different world. That was 6, 7 years ago. So it's a different world. But yeah, anyway. So, and the Sufi of Bihar, just quickly. Yeah, the Sufi of Bihar, I did that, and I think some people like it. I hope so. It was heartfelt. Um, and I really tried to write it, I really tried to interpret some aspects of Sufism, and Islam and this sort of thing. Not too much, because I don't really know that much, and so I don't want to create too much for it in that way. It just wouldn't be rich or deep enough. So I did what I thought and what I felt, and I made some songs about this person, Atif. Um, and yeah, and anyway, and so I don't know, but that's what it is. So yeah, um, yeah. It's I'm quite happy with it. I think maybe the beginning and throughout one or two of the songs towards the end are not very. There's too much of a high pitch, but I mean overall I'm quite happy with it. I think the follow up to that, like how I did the follow up for Sing Chic with Hibiscus Convertible, will be this Sufi of Bihar will be followed by the Black Rose. So that's sort of the next one eventually. I don't know when, but eventually that will be the next one, hopefully. But yeah, I need to like just step away from that energy for a little while and do some other stuff, and then come back to it. So it's like that. But yeah, hopefully all within this year. So yeah, it's like that. It's all gonna be happening this year, girl. Um, yeah. Anyway, I'll leave it there. I've talked for a long time. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Yeah. Hopefully you're all well. Hopefully I'm well. And